Okay, so today is going to be chair yoga. So I hope all of you have a nice sturdy chair like mine. Please avoid, flimsy, thin-legged ones where you could potentially topple over. So we don't want any injuries, that's for sure. So just a nice, simple home chair like this without any armrests works best. So settle yourselves down on your chair. Uh, so the two things, depending on the chair and how long it is, you may be able to get your feet on the floor, which is preferable. So you should have your feet firmly planted on the floor and then sit as far back into the chair as you can. So now if you notice, I can't go all the way back. So there's a little bit of a space between my hips and the back of the chair, just that much. So effectively, if I lean against the chair, I'm leaning back. But if I want to sit straight, I sit straight. Now each one's chair is going to be different. So given a choice between pushing your hips back and letting your feet be all floppy, or planting your feet on the floor and sitting just as far back as you can without leaning back, I prefer the latter. That means keep your feet down, feel the connection with the earth, and sit as far back into your chair as you can. Keep your spine tall, shoulders relaxed, palms on your knees. And slowly close your eyes. Get in with your breaths. Just take a few seconds. Might feel a bit different compared to lying down or child's pose or just plain seated. Check with how your weight feels on your hips and your thighs. Are you leaning over to one side? Is one side feeling heavier than the other? Wherever you are, try and get yourself balanced. Try and keep your spine tall. The intention for me today is to cover as much as possible with chair yoga. And as usual, I let my yawns get the better of me because wearing a mask through the day really depletes me of oxygen. But why do we do chair yoga? So a few reasons. One is as you get older, you may not be able to do a full-on standing practice. And the point I'm trying to make is, even if you can't do a full-on standing practice, at least do a sitting practice. Second, there are days when we're just injured or just too tired and we don't want a standing practice. Three, sometimes a chair can be a very useful prop, unlike a block or a belt, to get you into a few standing poses where you'll feel really supported and you'll be able to really get those poses and get what I'm talking about, especially in things like Warrior 2, Warrior 1, where I say square your hips or keep turning your knee out to the side. So the chair will really give you that support. And then of course for standing balance poses, the chair is invaluable because it's there as a support. So if you really are, struggling with your balances, a chair can help you. And therefore, chair is a very good tool to really get into your practice. So when you're ready, blink your eyes open, interlace your fingers, inhale, take it all the way up. So we're just going to start with moving the spine through the various dimensions. And we'll start with the easier versions, and then we'll move on to another round where the version gets a little more challenging. So keep taking your arms up, and then exhale, just reach forward. So don't just flop forward, reach forward mindfully, and then release your palms down. So let your head hang low. So your torso is sticking to your thighs, your knees are hip width apart, your feet are hip width apart, and you're just hanging low. Feel the stretch starting right from your lower back all the way to your upper back, and let your arms hang low. So this is purely for your back. And if you want to start engaging your legs, hook your middle finger and index finger around your big toe, and then slightly expand your spine. So you're sitting up, you're coming tall, you're reaching your heart forward, and then see if you can take your heels up. So to whatever extent you can. Now, obviously, your spine will levitate a bit. Grow tall through your heels, reach your heart forward, pull yourself down. And then slowly release your heels down, all the way back. Slowly come up. Get your palms at the back end of the chair. Rest your wrists on top. So you're grasping the chair with your palms. Straighten your elbows. So you're sitting up tall. Put all your weight on your feet. And then just slide your hips off and forward into a back bend. Keep sticking your chin to your chest. Just keep pushing your hips up and forward. And if you feel ready and steady, take your chin up. So you're really squeezing your glutes, you're squeezing your hammies, and you're taking your chin up. Will you feel fully supported? When you're ready, stick your chin into your chest and slowly ease your hips back onto the chair. And then let's get into a twist. So left palm outside right knee, right palm holds on to the back of the chair. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. See if you can look all the way back, the, the back of the chair and beyond. But make sure your left hip keeps sticking to the back of the chair. So it doesn't kind of, just because you're twisting, your left hip shouldn't come forward. This way you're not really twisting, you're just sliding to the side. So make sure your hips remain level and you twist it. Slowly release the other side. So right palm outside left knee, left arm hooking on to the back of the chair. Keep your hips level. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. So use this as a lever. Use your left arm as a lever to keep taking your twist further. Make sure your feet remain stuck to the floor. Remember what I said, I don't want dangling feet. So the extent you can, keep your feet stuck to the floor, keep twisting. Slowly release. And then get your right palm at the back edge or the side or edge of the chair, right edge of the chair. Inhale, spine tall. You can keep your elbow bent or straight depending on where you want to be. Take your left arm up, grow tall through the left side of your torso, and exhale, just push down. So I need to bend my right elbow to get this right. So keep lateral bending. And then reverse. Left palm on left edge of the chair. Inhale, take your right arm up and across. As you go across, keep sticking the right foot and the right hip deeper into the respective anchors. So your foot on the floor, your hip on the chair. And then use this anchor to reach your right palm across. So as you notice, I don't have too much of a lateral bend, but I'm feeling the stretch on the left side of my torso. Slowly release. So that's the simple thing. You've taken your spine through the various ranges of motion. We'll just do it once again in flow a couple of times so that you get the general idea. Remember, keep your feet on the floor, Sit as far back as you can. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, go all the way up. Exhale, circle your palms all the way down. Hook your big toes. Reach your heels up. Extend your knees. Keep taking your heart forward. Pull in with your biceps and slowly release. Slowly come up, palms to the back edge of the chair. Slide your hips up and off into a back bend. Just hold for one breath. Slowly release. Left palm outside, right knee spine tall. Right arm hooks on the back edge of the chair. Twist. Keep pulling your navel in. Slowly untwist the other side. Right palm outside, left knee, left palm behind. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. Slowly release. Right palm on right edge of the chair. Hold it. Inhale, left arm up and across. If you want, start circling your heart up, but push your left foot deeper into the floor. Slowly release. Other side, right arm all the way up and push down. Push your right foot and into the floor, right hip into the chair. Reach across. As you can see, it becomes a little looser the more you practice. Slowly release. One more time. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Interlace, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Feel the stretch on your entire back. Hook your big toes and get your heels up, heart forward, spine tall, back straight. Pull in with your biceps. Slowly release. Come slowly up, palms at the back edge of your chair. Plant your feet firmly, hips slide off and up. Shoulder blades squeeze in, glutes are squeezing. Slowly release. Left palm outside right knee, right palm hooks, hips remain level. Twist. Keep taking your spine tall. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. Untwist the other side. Same thing. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. Keep your feet planted firmly. Pull your navel in. Slowly release. Right palm on right edge of the chair. Inhale, left arm up and across. And release. Inhale, right arm up and across. And release. Okay, let's do round two. Little more complication. Same thing. Inhale, arms go up, and this time keep your shoulders where they are. Just see if you can reach your palms back. So your arms would be going behind your ears. But if you notice, nothing else moves. I'm not puffing my chest forward, nothing. So I'm trying to keep that neutral spine. I'm just getting a little more stretch into my shoulders. Exhale, forward, forward. So all the way down. Once you're down, keep reaching your heart forward, extend your spines. No need to straighten out your knees. Just keep reaching your heart forward, and you get that little space, and then ease yourself down a little more. When you're ready, slowly come up. Please stand up and see if you can reach for the top of the back of your chair, so respective sides. So your right palm and left palm hold on to either side. Keep your feet firmly rooted onto the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Just think of taking your heart up. Then, if you can, slowly keep taking your hips forward. Heart up. If you want, take your chin up. Stick your chin back in. Slowly release your hips all the way back down and sit down firmly. Now this time for the twist, turn. So sit sideways on your chair. So the shoulder that's closest to the back edge of the chair holds on to this side of the chair. This palm holds on to this top edge of the chair. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist, and stick your heart to the back edge of the chair. But keep the outer hip firmly rooted into the chair. So keep twisting. And slowly release, circle around to the other side. Same thing. So the shoulder that's towards the back end of the chair holds the back edge. The other palm holds on to the front. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. Try and stick your heart to the back end of the chair, but the hip that's outside keeps moving down. Keep your hips level with the back edge of the chair. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, keep twisting. Keep your feet on the floor. And slowly release. This time, your right palm, let it just hang. So you're not taking support, you're letting it hang. Inhale, take your left arm up and across. Now, while you do this left arm and across, reach down further with your right palm. If you want, hold on to one of the legs of the chair. See if you can walk it down. But there will be a point where you walk down any further and your hip starts rising. So keep pushing that hip in, keep reaching across, but keep walking your fingertips down as much as you can. Keep taking your upper shoulder towards the wall behind. 3, 2, 1, slowly release. This time left palm goes down, inhale, right palm up and across. Walk your left fingertips down. Keep pushing that right shoulder back. Keep taking your heart up, spiraling up. Make sure your right hip keeps fitting into the chair. Both your feet on the floor and release. Shall we put that into a flow? So some people probably find this easier. I find this a little more challenging. When you're ready, inhale, circle your arms up, interlace your fingers all the way up, and then reach back with your palms. Keep growing tall in your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straighten your spine, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly come up to standing. Exhale, reach back to the top edge of the back of the chair. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Take your heart up. Take your chin up. Feet on the floor. Feet parallel to one another. Knees straight. Slowly release. Sit back down. Turn to face the left. Keep your left hip close to the back of the chair. Hold on to the back of the chair. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. Use your palms as leverage to keep twisting more. Slowly release. Swing over to the other side. This time the outer right thigh sticks to the back end of the chair. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. Twisting. And release. Come back to neutral. Right palm moves down. Inhale, left palm goes up and across. Right palm keeps walking down without lifting that left hip. So left hip pushes down further. Reach up and then reach the left shoulder back. One gauge of whether your hip is coming up or not is your left foot grounded firmly on the floor, or is it starting to lift up? If it is, push it down. Slowly release. The other side, right arm goes up. Left fingertips keep crawling down. Right shoulder towards the wall behind, heart moving up, but your right foot firmly on the floor. And release. One more time. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up, interlace your fingers, push up, and then take your arms as far back as possible. Separate your fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe round your back. Reach down. Inhale, straighten out your back, flat back, chin up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly stand up. Exhale, reach your palms back to the top edge of the chair. And exhale, push your hips forward, chin up, heart up. So feel that length. Lengthen your spine with each inhale. Exhale, try and push your hips further forward, heart further up. Slowly release. Come back to neutral. Swing across to the left edge of your thigh, outer edge along the back of the chair. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. Feet on the floor, hips level. Keep twisting. Reach your heart to the back support. Release. Swing across to the other side. So a lot more movement here. This time right edge, outer edge of the hip along the back edge of the chair. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. And release. Come back to neutral. Feet are hip width apart. Right palm goes down. Inhale, left palm up and across. Right fingertips moving down. And your left foot on the mat, left hip on the chair. Don't let it rise up. Push your left shoulder back. Take your heart up. If you can, look up. Slowly release. Other side. Right arm goes up. Left fingertips keep moving down. Right shoulder moves back. Heart moves up. Right foot on the floor. Keep reaching. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. So as you can see, that in itself becomes a little bit of a workout. And if you just do this repetitively like a sun salutation, it'll get your heart rate up, give you a good little stretch, and make sure your spine moves in all directions. If you want to add in the knees, go ahead, add in the knees. Well, I would normally not cover this, but then, there are times when the older you get, you just want something gentle to keep your joints moving. So what I would suggest is get your knees straight, pull your toes back, grow tall through your heels. And this is a practice we all need to do. So you should feel your quads really tightening up as you keep pulling your toes back towards your face. Keep growing tall through your heels and then let it go. One more time, straighten out your knees, pull your toes back, grow tall through your heels, feel your quads. Wow, they should be really, really, really tight. And then let it go. One more time, don't worry, we won't do the same thing. Just circle your ankles. So circle your feet. Effectively, you're kind of circulating your ankles, making sure that ankle joint remains moving. And then the other side, the other direction. So you don't know it, but you're also working your quads here. Very subtle. And slowly release. Okay, I absolutely had no idea I would do this, but thanks to Jeff, I was reminded that this is also a possibility. So, we keep doing the chair pose and everyone hates it. So here's the easy version of the chair pose. So what you do is, as usual, keep your feet firmly planted, hip width apart. Your knees are also hip width apart. Just hold on to the outer edges of the chair. And when we get into the chair pose, I ask you to pretend that there's a chair behind you and you're just sitting into it. Well, here you're already fantastically aligned. Hopefully your knees are over your ankles, so that bit is already taken care of. All you've got to do is just slightly raise your hips above the chair. So go ahead, do that. What I'll do is move to the side so you guys can watch. Okay, so here we are. You just take your hips above the chair. Now I know all your weight is in your arms, So what you've got to do is start getting your glutes and your quads all tightened up. Release one arm next to your ear and then release the other arm next to your ear. I know sometimes you want to sit down, go ahead, sit down, and then stand up again. Most of your weight is in your heels. Keep reaching your fingertips up and back. Keep reaching your hips down. Never really touching the chair because that would be cheating. And then if you're like me, leaning your heart forward, don't do that. Lean back. Get a lot more of your weight into your heels. And then without using your arms, see if you can gently sit down. Oh, I hope you guys were with me and not just sitting this one out and watching all the fun on your screen. So we're going to do this again. Yeah. This time, you know, it actually becomes more difficult if you keep your palms down and then come up and then try and release. So instead of doing that, let's already just get our arms next to our ears. So we're still sitting, keep your feet firmly on the floor. When you're ready, take a nice deep breath in, push your feet into the mat, and then just push yourselves up into chair pose. And then keep lowering your hips as much as you can. Keep taking your arms up and back. Keep your chin up. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly down. And I mean slowly, I don't want to see this happening, okay? Okay, I kind of assume you were doing that again with me. But because I still am not fully sure, we'll do it one more time. This time, let's go back to holding the sides of the chair and see if we've got the strength now to release our arms more gracefully. So when you're ready, hold on to the side edges of the chair, get your hips up, start engaging your quads and your hamstrings. Release one arm up, release the other arm up. Hold your chair pose. Keep reaching your tailbone further back. Keep reaching your heart back. Keep taking your arms up. 4, 3, 2, slowly down. Well done, yogis. Very well done. Okay, let's move on to the next segment, which is the standing poses. And as you know, my favorite one is Warrior 2. Now I'm just debating how I should do this. So I will do it on both the sides, but to give you an idea, I will do it once backing you and once facing you. So this time I'll be backing you. So what you do is get one thigh across. So just straddle your chair first. Then I'm just saying my right because this is my right. So choose one leg. My right foot points to the side of the chair. I keep the back of the knee touching the edge of the chair. And then I just sit my right thigh down onto the chair. Now my back knee is bent, and I know this, and I'm not okay with this. I'm going to get into a Warrior 2. Also, my hips are almost facing this way. I need them to face this way. So what I need to do is work my back knee straight. It needs a little bit of an effort. Then make sure that my right heel is in line with my left arch. Push my left pinky toe into the floor. Keep that knee straight, and automatically my torso starts facing the back of the chair. And I'm holding on to the back edge of the chair and just relaxing. Now the thing is, you can put all your weight into your right thigh and then just work on the strength element of your left thigh. So keep that knee straight. Keep growing your spine taller. Here is a place where you're not freestanding. So here's a place where you can practice keeping your spine tall and not leaning forward, which I find a lot of yogis do, or leaning back. So you're here and you're holding on to the chair, the back of the chair. So you really support it. If you want, you could really go towards the back end of the chair and kind of use that as a support too. But most of you are, very strong yogis. You probably don't need this. Next thing you need to do is make sure that your right knee keeps moving outwards. It's not collapsing in. And because you're supporting your right thigh and your right hip on the chair, you can start moving your right knee outwards. When you've got all this, inhale, get your arms to the side. And today I can keep going on and on because I know you're not freestanding, so no one's going to be huffing and puffing. If you want, drop your left arm, take your right arm up and back. And then come back, warrior two. If you feel like a side stretch, get your right forearm on your right thigh, circle your left arm across, but keep pushing your left pinky toe into the mat. If you want, get your right palm down to your right ankle, and that's your intense side stretch, Utthita Padma Konasana. And slowly release. So the other side I will do facing you guys. So it will look to you I'm doing it on the same side, but this time I'm using my left leg. So same thing. First, just straddle the chair. Then point your left toes to the left. Your right toes face forward. Keep the back edge of your left knee. Back edge of your left knee close to the edge of the chair. And then just sit down on your left thigh. Back knee is bending in, so straighten it out. Push the right pinky toe into the mat. Keep taking your spine tall and hold on to the back support. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, relax your left hip down onto the chair. Keep that right knee going strong. So right now, your right knee doesn't really need to go strong. It can just go weak like this. And you don't care because you know you're not going to fall. You're not going to overbalance. You've got all the support. So work on that strength. Get that right knee straight. Push that right pinky toe into the mat, the floor. If you notice, I don't keep it like this. The minute I do this and the pinky toe side comes up, the knee starts bending. So it's a dual thing. Then work on the left knee going back. Keep holding on to the chair if you just want that support, but if you're ready for the flow, inhale, take your arms to the side, exhale, drop your right palm, take your left palm up and back. Keep that knee straight. Slowly release, get your left forearm on your left thigh, circle across. If you want, reach your left palm down to your left ankle, but keep pushing your right shoulder towards the wall behind. And release. So that was your warrior two with the chair. And it's great because it allows you to get into a better alignment. You could always use blocks, but I find the chair so much more supportive because it just takes a lot of the weight off the bent knee. Okay, I'll turn the chair back. So you get the idea. Shall we move on to warrior one? You really don't have a choice. Doesn't matter which side. No, it doesn't, but okay. So once again, just straddle your chair. Right toes point to the front. Keep your right knee close to the edge of the chair. And then just sit down. But this time, make sure that your left hip moves forward, right hip moves back. So you might need a little more space from the back support. Just sit down. Now your back knee needs to straighten out. Push your heel down. Now you may not be able to get heel in line with heel, doesn't matter, but push the left pinky toe into the floor. Your hips should be as square as possible, and you can always adjust. Use the back support to push your left hip forward, right hip back. Feel the support with the chair. Keep your spine tall, relax your shoulders, and you can just stay here. Or if you feel like it, one arm up. Or if you feel like it, both arms up. Wow. Warrior one feels good, hips are square. Keep taking your arms up. Imagine a block of wood between your palms. Push into the block, take it higher up, and then circle your left palm behind your left knee and take your right arm back. Now, if you just want to get into that back bend and you don't want to get into this right arm, use your right palm, hold on to the back support, and see if you can go down lower. Come back up, warrior one. If you want to do a forward fold, go ahead. See how far forward you can go without taking your foot off. And if you want to take your foot off and do a funny warrior three, go ahead, do that. But this is the max I can go. And slowly release back. Okay, slowly release out. And we'll go to the other side, and I'll do this way. Once again, just straddle the chair first. Turn your left toes to the left. Push your right hip forward and stay towards the sitting edge of the chair. Push your right hip forward, left hip back, because now you notice, unlike warrior two, and this is where you get it, warrior two, you could stay close to the back support and still do a good warrior two because your hips were open. While in warrior one, your right hip has to move in and your left hip has to move back. Keep your left knee close to the edge and then sit down. Then work on straightening your right knee. Push your right pinky toe into the mat. Keep pushing the right hip forward, left hip back. Increase the length of your spine. Hold on to the back support. If you wish, release one arm up. If you wish, release the other arm up. Enjoy. Warrior one on the other side. Keep pushing that pinky toe. Now you need to do a lot more effort to push that pinky toe in. Need a lot more effort to keep that knee straight because the natural tendency is let it go. So this is good training for the back leg. It's good training for your posture because you actually feel that hip moving forward, right hip moving forward, left hip moving back. When you're ready, release your right fingertips behind your right knee and go for reverse warrior one. If you want, release your left palm onto the chair, use that as support and go down even lower. Come back, warrior one. Reach forward, forward fold. Go as far as you can, and if you want, take your right foot off. So it's kind of a funny balance. And release. Ha. Everyone doing well? Shall we move into warrior? Let's move into a balance. So let's move into half moon. So I know half moon, you always start with warrior two and right, get into warrior two with the chair to the side. So I'm mirroring you. So I'll just say this is my right leg, is the bent knee. Now usually we keep our palm down 8 inches ahead. Instead of doing that, just reach for the back edge of the chair. Now you might need a little bit of adjustment. I think I certainly will. So slide back. When you're ready, using this as support, keep your shoulders aligned right here. So this is what's teaching you the shoulder alignment. Drag that foot in if you need to. Get that leg up. Just hold this and then work on opening out your hip. Now I know when we're holding on to half moon, we end up looking like this. We need to get these toes pointing straight forward. Pull the toes back. Remember we did that? Grow tall through your heel and just stay here. Open that hip above the other. This really helps because you're not dealing with the balance anymore. Your left hip really opens up over the right hip. Also, because you've got the support, you can keep this leg up. If you want, release your left arm up. And now let's practice transitioning slowly to warrior two. So I know normally we come down like a bunch of elephants and we look like this. Let's not do that. Let's transition properly. So go taller through your heel, bend your front knee, reach further back with your back leg. Use this arm as kind of a balance and slowly come back to warrior two. So though we're going really slow, I don't know, but I'm already sweating. I don't know about you. Let's do the other side. So left knee bent, hold on. Practice pushing that shoulder back. When you're ready, drag the foot in and up it goes. Open the hip, open the shoulders, keep taking it up, and then release your right arm up. Use the benefit of the chair to open that hip. That's the part that's most difficult. Use the benefit of the chair to keep that leg up because you've taken balance out of the picture. So you're moving into specific zones using your chair as a prop to help you with your posture. Keep taking your arm up. Stay balanced. 3, 2, come down gracefully. So bend your front knee, reach further back with your back heel. And warrior two. Whew. So I hope you enjoyed warrior two because we're gonna do some more. This time, turn the chair so that the sitting part is facing you. Like this. Your right toes face forward. Okay, this will get a little tricky, so you need to get your spacing correct. Bend your right knee a bit. Pick up your left foot and put it on the chair. Okay? So take a few seconds to find your balance. There's no point in pushing your left pinky toe into the chair. Keep the toes up, but keep the toes pointing straight forward. Grow tall through the heel. Increase the length of your spine. Reach your arm forward, right arm forward. Circle all the way down. So see wherever it goes. Now, ideally, if your palm doesn't reach down like mine doesn't, you should have a block. Because you don't have a block, just reach down to where you can or hold on to your calf. Now here, again practice this, opening the shoulder, opening the hip. Take the arm up. If you feel so inclined, your left foot, just push it off the mat, hold your balance, and you think it's too much, fall back down. Push up, hold the balance, and if you think it's too much, fall back down. One more time, push up, hold the balance, getting tired, go back down, and release. Do the other side. So left toes point forward, right foot goes on the chair, Right toes point forward, right pinky toe is skyward. Push your right shoulder back, right hip back. So get your body in one plane. Another thing I noticed with half moon, people end up looking like this. And they, do this. Don't. Keep everything in one plane. So get your right foot on the chair and then circle your right palm up and reach down with your left arm. Hold on to your left calf. Keep enjoying this. Open the right hip above the left hip. Open the right shoulder above the left shoulder. Reach your right arm up. If you want, push off. Hold half moon. Get tired, come back down. Let's do it 2 more times. Push up. Hold half moon. Come back down. Okay, here's another thing. You know, the most difficult part of half moon is to turn your face up to see your thumb. So this is supported. Go ahead, turn your face up, see your thumb. And then from here, if you want, push up and off and back down. Wow, that was difficult. Okay, let it go, yogis. Once again, check in with how you feel. You know, I'm tempted to do Warrior 3. We did that last time. But just for the sake of completeness, let's do Warrior 3. So Warrior 3, I don't need to keep changing the chair, but yeah, the sides. So to start Warrior 3, stand at a certain distance so that you just rest your fingers on the back support of the chair, and then you're in an L shape. So you just right angles or thereabouts at your hips. The angle will depend on how tall your chair is, but you straight from your hip point to your fingertips, resting on the chair, and you straight from your hip points all the way down to your ankles. So this is what you look like. Now you can, if you're doing it in front of a mirror, you can check if you're rounding your back. Now is a good time to learn to straighten your spine. So take your tailbone further back, reach your fingers further forward. Maybe keep your feet hip distance apart. When you're ready, transfer all your weight to your left foot. Take your right foot up. So all your weight is getting into your palms. But what you've got to do is look at yourself in the mirror or your screen. If you keep your foot here, learn to take it up. Your heel should be going up towards the sky, your toes down towards the floor. Try not to open your right hip up like this. Keep that right hip down. You've got the chair, use that to balance. Keep reaching your heart forward, tailbone back. Grow tall through your heel at the back. And slowly get your foot down. And just move to the other side. So try and get your heels under your hip. Mine, for some reason, had moved back. When you're ready, transfer all your weight into your right foot. Float your left leg up. Just take it up. Keep your toes pointing down. Grow tall through your heel. So when I say grow tall through your heel, you'll actually feel that stretch in your calf muscles. Keep your left hip pointing down. Reach through your fingertips. Grow tall in your spine. And slowly release all the way down. And come up. Slowly. One vertebra at a time. So that was Warrior 3. Shall we do, what was that? The tree pose? Yeah, let's do the tree pose. So tree pose, one is obvious, just hold the chair, bend your knee and hold on. But I want to do something a little easier so that people who just don't get the tree pose can also do this. So we're going to bend this leg. So I'll call this my right leg. So stand close. bend your knee, turn it out onto the chair, place your ankle on the front edge of the chair, place the knee on the chair, but then I'm going slanting with this leg. So come back to vertical. So stay at a level that keeps this leg vertical, this knee bent. Now practice pushing this knee towards the back, because ever so often I find in your tree pose people ending up looking up like this. So your knee is actually going forward, it should be moving back. So keep your ankle on the edge of the chair, keep your standing leg straight, keep yourself tall, and then just go for your tree pose. I know you're not getting that joint between your foot and your thigh, but that's okay. Because once you get this and you learn to keep that knee moving out, you're going to take your ankle off. And if it gets too much, you can get it back down. Of course, there is the added comfort of putting your palm here on the edge of the chair if it's too much. But I would suggest, because your ankle is supported, just stay here and then move up. So the lesson here is to keep moving the knee towards the wall behind. So stay with your tree pose for a bit. You get tired, let it go. You feel you got it again, let it come up. You think you can go heel, foot to thigh, go ahead. I know this is not ideal because you want your heel moving in towards the groin. Stay with your breath. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Other side, of course. Same thing, stand next to the chair. This time my right foot is down, pointing straight forward. I get my ankle on the edge of the chair. The knee starts moving out. Standing leg is straight. You see, I'm not leaning into the chair, nor am I leaning away. It's just straight. Inhale, take your arms up. And even here, I'm actively flexing my ankles. I'm not just letting my toes droop. I'm actively flexing my ankle. Right knee keeps moving back. Inhale up. If you feel you're ready, go for the balance. If you feel tired, ankle against chair, knee still going out. If you feel up to it, push your foot into your thigh. If you can, get the heel in towards the groin, but keep the knee moving out. Spine tall, standing leg straight, reach up. Enjoy your balance. You've got the added comfort. If you feel you're toppling over, you can always reach for the chair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, 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 slowly release. Is there any other balance or any other pose that we could effectively use? Okay, why don't we try the dancer's pose in a slightly different way, especially for people who can't seem to do this. So this time get your knee on the chair. So I'm just gonna call it my left knee. I'm sorry, but I'm totally confused with my sides today. So my left knee is on the chair. Now, if I'm lucky, I've got a hole in the chair, but it doesn't matter. Just rest your toes on the back of the chair. If you can, walk your right foot forward as much as you can, keeping it straight. Push your hips forward as much as you can. Keep your right palm on your right hip. Circle your left arm around. Hold on to the back edge of the chair if you can. So you're really opening out that shoulder. Remember, that's what we're looking for. Now, you may not be able to reach all the way back for your foot. If you can, great, do that. Reach your right arm up. And there you are. This is your modified dancer's pose. Believe me, you're getting all the benefits. You're getting the stretch in your psoas, getting the stretch in your quad, you're getting that stretch in your shoulder and your pec. You're getting the compression in your back. You're doing that little mild twisty thing. And then if you can, keep reaching your palm up and work towards getting the toes off the mat. If you want, start leaning forward. If you want, slightly bend your standing leg. Kick off into your dancer's pose. Keep opening out. Keep pushing into your foot. Keep the hips level. So don't open out the left hip above the right hip. Keep reaching. And if you feel this balance is not for you, go right back, put the knee down, straighten your standing leg. And if you feel holding on is too much, rest the toes against the chair. Hold on to the back edge of the chair. Because you're holding on, you can start pushing your hips forward. Release. We'll do the other side. So this time, get your right knee on the chair. Rest your right toes on the back. Move your left leg forward. Straighten out the knee. Push your hips forward as much as you can. Keep your left palm on your left hip. Inhale, circle your right arm across and hold on to the back edge of the chair. Keep pushing your hips forward. You can stay here if you want. If you think you're holding on to your foot, go ahead, hold on to your foot. Keep your elbow straight. Feel the stretch in your shoulder and your pecs. Take your left arm up. Maybe chin mudra, which is thumb lightly touching the index finger. If you feel, stay here. If you feel you want to start moving forward, take your knee off, go ahead. Take your knee off. Keep pushing the foot into your palm. Expand front and back. And you feel like falling down, go ahead. Fall down with your knee on the chair. It's cool. And slowly release. Time to start winding down your knees. This time, sit at the front edge of your chair. So I know I've been asking you to sit right at the back edge. No, this time just sit at the front edge. Literally there. I'm like, if I go any further forward, I'll just fall down. That's where I want to be. So front edge of the chair. Keep your knees as wide apart as you can. Straighten your knees. Get your heels on the floor, the toes pointing up. Back tall. Inhale, take your arms up. Keep trying to take your heels away from each other. Exhale, fold forward. Straight back, straight back, straight back. Keep circling all the way down. If you want, get your fingertips all the way down to the floor. Take your spine tall, maybe chin up. Exhale, fold forward, slightly round your back. Inhale, come up. Reach your palms to your big toes. Exhale, keep folding forward as much as you can. So keep getting into a deeper forward fold wherever it works. So either holding onto your toes or your fingertips on the floor, whatever makes you feel supported and able to move down a little more. And then slowly, very slowly start coming up. Once again, sit somewhere towards the center, well, not center, towards the front edge of the chair, but a little more supported than last time. Get your right ankle on your left knee. Try and keep your right knee as low down as you can. So if it's popping up like this, and you're rounding your back, straighten your back, push your knee down as much as you can. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So keep reaching your heart forward. Notice I'm not doing this. I'm reaching my heart forward as much as you can. Maybe your heart will touch your calf. Keep reaching. And then if you want, release your palms down so you get the weight of your hands moving down. Gives you the nice release in your right hip. So some of us may be here, and that's fine. As long as you feel the stretch in your right hip and right lower back, that's all we're looking for. So stay here for a bit. And then slowly come up. Get your palms together, spine tall. Left elbow outside right knee. So you might want to move your left foot in or out just to keep the balance. So left elbow outside right knee. Twist your heart up to namaste. Now your knee might want to come up a bit just to be supported. Go ahead, do that. If you can, keep it down, keep it down. Keep pulling your navel in. Inhale, increase length of spine. Exhale, twist up. And slowly release. Other side, so once again, get your feet neutral. Get your left ankle on top of your right knee. Inhale, increase length of spine. Exhale, push that knee down. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, slow exhale to forward fold with bent knee or crossed ankle or whatever you want to call it. Circle your palms all the way down. Stay here. Maybe your back is rounding a bit. Don't think too much about it. Just enjoy that little stretch going on in your left hip. When you're ready, slowly come up. Palms together. Twist to your left. So you might need to adjust. Initially, your knee might come up. Once you've got your twist, let your knee keep moving down. So let's stay here for a bit. Keep circling your heart up to namaste. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, twist. And slowly release. Okay, I would ideally like you to just sit in meditation or shavasana, but you can do this afterwards. I just want to show you one inversion. So actually, you could just stay in this inversion when we finish, and I'll be starting the sutra class soon after. But you can just stay here for a bit and then slowly come out, get into shavasana, and then just get on with your lives. So keep the chair here. Sit with your hips close to the chair. So I'm trying to get my hips close to the chair. And then get your feet on the chair and then just lie down. And then just pull the chair in towards you as much as you can. So you use your palms to pull the chair in towards you. And then you climb your hips up to the sitting edge of the chair and let your heel rest on the back support. But you're holding the legs of the chair with your palm. You're squeezing your shoulder blades in and you're resting your heels on the chair. You can keep your feet about your distance apart or your heels together, toes together, whatever works for you. So this is a modified shoulder stand. If you've got any problems with your upper back or your neck or your spine, then just avoid this. So this can be extremely relaxing, and then see if you can climb your hips up even more. And you can just stay here. So whenever you want, come out. How do you come out? So keep holding on to the legs of the chair. Get your feet on the chair. Slowly slide back. Get your hips down and roll over. Okay. So that was your modified shoulder stand. Actually, because we are in the flow, if you don't mind, I'll just take a little more of your time and show you a lovely full-on inversion, but don't do it right now, don't do it, just watch. And if you're doing it, make sure you're doing it with somebody near you so that in case you're falling or something, they can catch you. So keep your chairs facing each other like I've done here. There is a little bit of a gap between the chairs where my head will fit in. So I'm sure I don't have such a small head. So I'm going to increase that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest my shoulders on the chair. Keep a wall behind you. And this is how it goes. So you get down to your knees. We used to do this on the terrace with the blocks, but with the chairs, it's so much easier. Hold on to the legs of both your chairs. You see that? And then get your shoulders on to the seat of the chair. Let your head hang. Tuck your toes in. Get your knees up, hips up. Tippy toe your feet in. And then just bend one knee and push so your hips reach the wall. Push so your hips reach the wall and your feet land on the wall. Once your feet are here on the wall, climb your feet up, and there you've got your inversion. If you feel comfortable, get your hips off the wall. If you feel comfortable, get one heel off the wall. If you feel comfortable, get the other heel off the wall. If you think you've got all of this and you want to start working your abs, get into an L shape. So take your tailbone even higher and get into an L shape and hold. If it's too much, push your hips into the wall and hold your L shape. Otherwise, get your hips away from the wall and then slowly get your feet in and knees down and let it go. So yogis, take a break. If you want, lie down in Shavasana. If you don't feel like doing Shavasana and you feel like doing something that is linked to your chair, go ahead. Just sit on your chair, close your eyes, get into a little bit of a meditation. So sit back, support your back with the back support, feel comfortable, palms on your thighs, relax your shoulders, close your eyes, get into your breath. Very often we are very harsh on ourselves and we refuse to ask or accept support. And there's no reason for that. I mean, we're all here to help each other to the extent we can. There's no harm in asking for support. It doesn't make you any less of a person. And the chair teaches you just that. It's there for support. And if you feel your practice is not going forward, you're stuck in some place, just go on and take that support. You're not going to become a worse yogi. If anything, the support will just help you grow. When you're ready, blink your eyes open, interlace your fingers, one last stretch. And namaste yogis, that was awesome. I'll see you again on Tuesday. Maybe with some prop, maybe without, I don't know. And I'll stop the recording. Sutra folks, stick on.